for Gershon Mendel's Mitzvah tree.
This is no ordinary tree. This is a mitzvah tree. Do you know what happens when you do a mitzvah? It makes you want to do another mitzvah, and another mitzvah, and another mitzvah.
Until you end up with a giant train of mitzvahs. 10 mitzvahs for Gershon Mendel's 10 siblings.
Every Jewish woman and girl has the power to bring light into a dark world in just 2 minutes every Friday, right before sunset. Imagine the globe lighting up with millions and millions of tiny candles together, turning Friday night into the holiness of Shabbos. The acronym for Shabbos candles in Hebrew is Ner Shabbos Kaidesh, Neshek, which also means weapons, because lighting the Shabbos candles is the secret spiritual weapon for the Jewish army.
More than parents want their children to love them, they want them to love each other. In the same way, Hashem derives great pleasure when his children love each other. Admittedly, this mitzvah is way harder than it sounds, because it's way easier to love someone when you like them, but it's way harder when you don't. If you can't find the good in someone, dig deep. It's now more than ever that we must put our differences aside and remember that each one of us has a piece of God inside. It is then that we are sure to see God's greatest blessings shining down on us.
The Tefillin are miniature Torah scrolls that Jewish boys and men over the age of 13 bind on their arms and heads every day, ever since Moses came down from Mount Sinai. The Tefillin serve as the antenna for our soul, connecting our person with the power of God in heaven for 24 hours. The Torah promises us that when we put on tefillin, especially the tefillin of the head, the nations of the world will see the name of God upon you and will fear you. During the dark days before the 6-day war, the Rabbi urged every man and boy over the age of 13 to put on tefillin in order to bring upon miracles to the land of Israel. And although that was almost 60 years ago, it is so applicable to today.
The Mezuzah is to our home, what Tefillin is to our body. A miniature Torah scroll on each door that we own. Whereas human kings have guards protecting them. The Mezuzah at the door means the kings of kings is at the door protecting us. The Rabbi instituted this mitzvah to bring safety to the Jews at home and in Israel.
Just like you're careful about the fuel that you put inside of your car, the food that you put inside of your body is very impactful to your physical and your spiritual well-being. Now, I understand kosher is overwhelming and I get it, but hear me out. Once you get the hang of it, it becomes so much easier. Now, here are a couple of the basic rules of kosher. Number 1, we don't mix milk and meat. Number 2, the meat that you do eat comes from animals that have split hooves and they chew their cud. Number 3, the fish that you eat have fins and scales. And number 4 is there's a specific list of birds that we eat. Now, I am excited to announce to you that Chabad Palm Beach Gardens 5785 is making one of our greatest, most exciting projects yet. We are making 120 kosher kitchens for the 1,200 holy, precious souls taken from us on October 7th. We invite you to join our revolution.
Dear Gershon Mendel, let me let you in to an amazing secret. The real success of the Jews throughout the ages is by learning Torah. For she is a tree of life for whoever grasps onto her. The Torah promises peace and prosperity in the land of Israel for whoever toils in the learning of Torah. So when you have a free moment, study Torah. That's why we are known as the people of the book. It's not just about acquiring wisdom. Rather, It's about strengthening our relationship with God.
People are profoundly influenced by their immediate environment. We become the average of the 5 people we spend most time with. Filling your home with Torah books will bring the greatest minds and personalities of Jewish history to your home, and sooner or later it will have a great effect on who you become.
Just as it's a mitzvah to invite God into our kitchens and our offices, it is imperative that we invite God into our marriage and relationship as well. It is not just a husband and wife relationship, but God is the very important third partner as well. The mitzvah of mikvah, Gershon Mendel, is one you may better understand as you get a little older.
Do you know that Jewish people are the most generous people on earth? This is not only a moral virtue, it is a powerful spiritual mechanism. You see, God treats us the way we treat others. So when we give to people who might not be deserving, then God does the same, blessing us with what we need, even if we don't deserve it.
While other civilizations are building colosseums, ziggurats, and pyramids, the Jewish people have always invested in schools because there is nothing more important than to infuse the next generation with rock-solid Torah wisdom and Jewish values.
We hope you enjoyed your ride today. And remember, the journey is just beginning.